Robert Englund, from horror icon to Hollywood legend. Robert Englund, the man who brought the terrifying Freddy Krueger to life in A Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984, has spent nearly 4 decades carving out an indelible legacy in the world of horror. Known for his portrayal of one of the genre's most chilling characters, Englund's journey from struggling actor to iconic horror legend is a story of determination, talent, and unique serendipity. Early life and education. Born on June 6, 1947 in Glendale, California, Robert Englund's early years were shaped by a deep love for the arts. His passion for acting led him to the renowned Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, RADA, in London, where he honed his craft. Despite his classical training, Englund's early career did not immediately catapult him into stardom. Like many actors, he faced rejection and auditions that didn't lead to success. His resilience, however, eventually paid off. Struggles in Hollywood. In the 1970s, Englund's Hollywood dreams began to take root, though not in the way he had anticipated. He famously auditioned for a pivotal role in Star Wars, 1977, hoping to land the iconic part of Han Solo, a role that ultimately went to Harrison Ford. Englund, however, did not give up. His determination to succeed in Hollywood was unwavering. In fact, he later claimed that it was he who encouraged Mark Hamill to audition for the role of Luke Skywalker in the same movie. Although Hamill himself disputed Englund's version of events, with Hamill even taking to Twitter to clarify the timeline and the circumstances, Englund's connection to the Star Wars universe remains a part of his Hollywood lore. Despite the setback of missing out on Star Wars, Englund's career was far from over. He went on to land supporting roles in television shows and films throughout the 1970s and 1980s. One of his most notable early roles was in the science fiction television series V, 1983 to 1985, where he played Willie, a human resistance fighter against an alien invasion. The role allowed Englund to showcase his versatility as an actor, but it was the next decade that would solidify his place in horror history, becoming Freddy Krueger. In 1984, Englund's life would take a turn when he was cast as Freddy Krueger, the horrifying antagonist of A Nightmare on Elm Street. Directed by Wes Craven, A Nightmare on Elm Street introduced moviegoers to a new kind of terror, a villain who could invade people's dreams and kill them in their sleep. Freddy Krueger, a burned and disfigured man who had once been a child murderer, terrorized the youth of Springwood in the film. His weapon of choice, a glove with razor-sharp blades on each finger, became a symbol of horror for generations of fans. For Englund, the role of Freddy Krueger would define his career. His chilling performance as the sadistic dream stalker made A Nightmare on Elm Street a worldwide hit, grossing over $25 million on a modest budget. Freddy Krueger quickly became one of horror's most iconic figures, his name synonymous with fear. Englund's performance was unique, blending menace with a dark sense of humor that made Freddy both terrifying and oddly charismatic. The film was a launchpad for the careers of several other actors, including a young Johnny Depp, who made his acting debut in the film. However, it was Englund's portrayal of Freddy Krueger that turned him into a household name. He would go on to reprise the role in multiple sequels, cementing Freddy's place in horror film history, the Freddy Krueger franchise and beyond. Englund's role as Freddy Krueger was so iconic that he continued to play the character in various sequels throughout the 1980s and 1990s. He appeared in A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge, 1985, A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, 1987, A Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master, 1988, and several more. Each film expanded the mythology of Freddy Krueger and solidified Englund's status as one of the most memorable horror villains of all time. One of the most famous crossovers in horror history, Freddy vs. Jason, 2003, saw Englund reprise his role as Freddy Krueger once again, facing off against Jason Voorhees from the Friday the 13th franchise. The film became a cult hit, and the showdown between the two iconic villains thrilled horror fans around the world. Despite Englund's extensive involvement with the A Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, his portrayal of Freddy Krueger was not without its physical toll. The elaborate makeup and prosthetics required for the role were grueling to wear, and over time, Englund began to feel the physical strain. In interviews, Englund has been open about how the makeup and hours spent in the chair affected his health. He also explained that his age and the physical demands of playing Freddy led him to retire from the role. In a 2022 interview, Englund candidly admitted that he could no longer meet the physical demands of Freddy Krueger, noting that his bad neck, bad back and arthritis in his wrist made it difficult for him to perform fight scenes. While he may have stepped away from playing Freddy Krueger, Englund's influence on the horror genre remains strong. In 2018, Englund made a fun cameo as Freddy Krueger in the hit television show The Goldbergs, in an episode cheekily titled Mr. Knifey Hands. Robert Englund, a Hollywood legend. Outside of the A Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, Englund's career has spanned numerous TV shows, films, and voice acting roles. He appeared in guest roles on television series such as Mad TV, Knight Rider, Walker, Texas Ranger, and Stranger Things. His television appearances helped solidify his reputation as a talented actor who was not limited to his iconic role as Freddy Krueger. Englund has also lent his voice to various animated characters and video games, expanding his reach beyond traditional acting. His contributions to the genre and to Hollywood at large have earned him a loyal fan base that spans generations. Despite his success, Englund has always remained humble about his place in Hollywood history. In a 2023 documentary titled Hollywood Dreams and Nightmares, The Robert Englund Story, Englund reflected on his career and legacy. While he admitted that Freddy Krueger had become an icon, he was quick to downplay his own status as one. "I know who icons are," he said. "I'm not an icon. Maybe Freddy Krueger is, but I'm not. I'm just a character actor, a utility actor who's been very lucky." Englund's humility is a testament to his character, both on screen and off. While Freddy Krueger has become a pop culture icon, Englund's portrayal of the character has always been grounded in the actor's love for his craft and his commitment to delivering a memorable performance. A legacy in horror. As of 2025, Robert Englund continues to be a beloved figure in the horror community. Fans of A Nightmare on Elm Street and its sequels continue to celebrate his portrayal of Freddy Krueger, and many look forward to his future endeavors in the genre. Though he may no longer be able to don the Freddy Krueger makeup and wreak havoc in nightmares, Englund's impact on horror cinema is undeniable. The character of Freddy Krueger will forever be associated with Englund, who brought the villain to life in a way that only he could. As he enjoys his retirement from the role, Englund reflects on his journey with a sense of gratitude. In interviews, he has spoken about the joy he found in creating Freddy Krueger and the lasting impact the character has had on both horror fans and the film industry as a whole.